screens, it was suggested that I start doing more live shots. So, folks, why not? It is a beautiful Friday afternoon, just a few days before Christmas. Living and loving life down here in the Houston area of Texas. Oh, I love Texas. But, folks, I'm on one of my favorite subdivisions, Pedregal, Sedona, League City. So we're, 20 minutes south of downtown Houston, probably the same north of Galveston Island. But hey, let's talk some windows. I'm gonna flip this around, I think. Gotta figure out how to do that more often. There we go, folks. So here's where I'm at. And I'm sorry there's a big truck coming up behind us, but hey, that's what happens when we film live. So here in Pedregal and in Sedona, of course, this whole subdivision, they all used the same vinyl window, which I absolutely love this. Champagne in color is what we call it. I love a vinyl window because we know it's an insulated piece of glass. This is amazing, much better than obviously a single pane piece of glass as far as reflecting heat, UVs. But still, it has a pretty big heat gain. One of the benefits I love is also the weep holes at the bottom of these vinyl windows. It makes it a whole lot easier for water to drain and to get out. And up above, and I love this because I'm a flat fee guy, so whether it's this big 4x7 or that 4 by about 1.5, almost 2 foot, it's the same price with us, $60. I mean, it just make life easy. So if you got 10, it's exactly 600. But I wanted to show you that. Now this homeowner, and this is one of the biggest reasons I started carrying this color, they're doing black gutters. So because of that, they wanted black frame. So about a year or so ago, I started carrying the 1-inch black frame, which I absolutely love. Screenco USA, I love it. Roll formed up in Dallas, Texas. Oh, you gotta love that, Texas. And of course, for this one here, they chose that 90%. And as you guys know, I am a Twitchell distributor. I'm very proud of that. I love what I do. So what I'm gonna try to do, folks, is I'm gonna you guys are gonna have to watch me work today, I guess, because I'm all alone. And I'm gonna try to set this up in this grass here. Tried to do it a little bit earlier to get it to stay in place, but there we go. So I'm going to run up and I'm going to install that 18-inch tall, 17-inch tall one up above and the one under it, and let you guys see how I'm doing that. So, yeah. I'm going to come back over to the camera. I'm hoping on this point of view you guys can see it. There's no wrong way to install your solar screen, whether you do the smooth side out or the spline side out. For this style of window, I prefer spline being in because of the way that's curved. To me, this just gives it a very beautiful look. But keep in mind, if you do have flat vinyl windows or flat aluminum windows, it wouldn't hurt to flip this around, have the spline out, so that you've got that 3/8 of an inch space between the glass and the material, making sure that glass stays cooler. So that part's up to you. Let's go ahead and get this big one in. Almost need a crane, it's so darn huge. Oh, I love it. Of course, we get a lot of high winds down here in Texas, especially along the coastline. So that's the reason why you saw me put in 6 screws. I wanted to make sure that no matter how tough those hurricane winds are, that this homeowner never has to call me and say, hey, one of my screens blew away because of the wind. So that's the reason why we use 6 screws on these much larger windows. Make sure they stay nice and tight. So the hurricanes, nobody can say goodbye to them. I guess unless you guys want to watch me install this, that was a pretty easy tutorial, huh? Perhaps maybe we should run around front. What do you guys say we do that? Let's take a walk. The reason is in the front yard we did some archwork. As you can see, I've still got one to install there. The glories of being alive, huh? Did his couple here on the side. You realize I had just celebrated 21 years of doing solar screens and window screens. I did this one a few minutes ago before we came live. Same idea, because it's so large. I did a screw at the very top and then 2 on each side, making this beautiful. Of course, this was 35 by, I think it was just shy of 90 inches in height. And then, of course, that break was more like 72. And this home had a couple more over here, or one more, and then, of course, a rectangle. But you can't go wrong when it comes to that. In fact, for you folks at home who order the myscreenkit.net, keep in mind that this frame is on that. And when you go to measure these, like for instance, I could have made this a 35 and probably a quarter and gotten away with it. But because it is encased in brick, and brick is never square, I always cut off a little bit. So I actually made that 35 wide. And as you can see, that is a beautiful fit. That is gorgeous. So when you're ordering your kit, or when you're measuring your windows to prepare to order your kit, just keep in mind, make it just a smidge smaller. That way you have that wiggle room in between the brick. This is the same thing I did with this window. This one here could have easily been a 35 and a quarter by 35 and a quarter, but I made my life easy and made it everything easy and just did 35 square. And of course, another one of those big windows, the 47 by 72s. But this is what we do each and every day. And you guys, you know, this, which is really going to be great, is this next year in 2025, these screen kits, not only will you be buying them on our website, our e-commerce site, myscreenkit.net, but you're going to find this down at your local hardware store. It's going to be a 2-part kit, because one part of the kit will have the frame and another one will have the material. Of course, when you order it direct from me, it all comes in one container, so it's just bang, bang, you're finished. 5 minutes later, you've got the world's greatest solar screen hanging from your window. But I can't wait for that, because we're working hard on that. We've 4 or 5 designs already for the retail packaging, and I'd sure love to turn that over to you guys to tell us which packaging would be the best. So hope I didn't bore you. Do you guys want to watch me just put up one more? Okay, let's do it. Let me set this down here where you can see me in the grass, because you know I don't have anybody holding the camera for me today, just me. Of course, down here on the coast, we all use a galvanized screw, same color as a frame. So in this case, black's 1/4-inch head. You don't have to worry about stripping it, unlike a head or a Phillips head. So that makes it very ideal for you as the homeowner. Take this on and off 100 times over and never worry about anything. But with that in mind, whenever I do a home, or anyone in my company does a home along the water, we use stainless steel instead of galvanized. And we do that on purpose, because we know that, especially down here on the Gulf Coast, we get a lot of salty air. We want to make sure those screws don't look ugly in a few years. So if you're along the waterway, you've got stainless steel, where everyone else, galvanized. Love it. Well, if you've ever needed proof that I actually do work, there you go. You see me doing it. All right, let's install this last one. I've seen a lot of companies making their videos, and I encourage this for anyone, because education I mean, you should never quit learning. But they talk about pre-drilling your screw holes. And I've done that a time or two just to see if it was worth my time. And it isn't. But of course, I encourage you to do it if it makes it easier. But quite frankly, if you turn the torque down on your drill, you're not going to crush your frame. So there's really no need to pre-drill, because your screws are also self-tappers, so they're going to drill themselves. To me, that's a step that would just take an extra few minutes. I save myself time. I just screw it in. Pre-drill, nothing. Well, there we go, folks. So this is what we did today. And I'm spinning that around so you can see me one last time. Thanks for following along with us. Thank you for supporting me. We just turned 21 years a couple of days ago on the 13th of December. What an amazing blessing. The Lord has put us on such an adventure. Sorry about the big truck in the background. And what I love about it is every day He gives me someone awesome and new to meet, to learn from, to teach to. And I love it so much. Think about us and pray for us. Subscribe to us while you're here. And anytime you have any kind of questions when it comes to window industry, the screen, the fashion, the blinds, the shutters, that starts in 2025. The world of window treatments, the wow is coming for you starting in 2025. And so we're going to go around the country talking to a lot of folks for that. So you guys be blessed. I thank you so much for everything you guys do for us. Oh, I love it.